Welcome back to another rebuild I have for you guys here today on Madden 19. Today it is going to be the New York Giants, but before we get into the team, I want to mention that soon I am going to be starting realistic rebuilds. In those rebuilds, I am going to be using real prospects, so I'll be importing draft classes for however many years I need to go. Maybe if I have to go like 4 years and I still draft, maybe then I'll stop because I'm not sure how many draft classes will have players that far, in the future, all that good stuff, but I don't know of any like really solid draft classes on the Xbox One. I haven't really looked through the files. I also don't know much about college football. I've said this before. I'm not really that big into college football. I don't watch it a ton. I'm like sort of into Penn State just because I go to Penn State. That's literally the only reason why. So like I don't watch many of the games. I know of like the best players in the classes, but not really like that many players deep down. So I'm not really sure if I'm going to be able to tell whether or not a draft class is good. So if you guys know of any really good draft classes on the Xbox One, please let me know because I'd like to use as many as I could, as many as I can to see which one I like the best. I would totally use Bengals if I could, but I'm pretty sure as of now it's only on PS4. I'm not sure if he has plans to get it transitioned over to Xbox One. If that ever happens, I'll go with his draft class because he seems to know what he's talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about, so it's going to be hard for me to gauge draft classes. That's why I'm asking you guys to let me know if you know of any other YouTubers who use like one specific class, or if you have just used some in past experience. Let me know if you'd like to. If not, then I'll find whatever, and I'll use whatever one I can find, I guess. But now let's get into the team. So of course, this team is not very good. Their record would show it. I think they're 4-8. Is that right? 4. I think they have 4 wins, maybe 3. I'm not entirely sure if I'm being honest. But I mean, they have Saquon Barkley, 86 overall, superstar development. The best player in this past draft, arguably, in the game. I'm not sure if he's the highest overall player out of this past draft. I think Denzel Ward might be an 87. Could be wrong, but he is insane to have. One of the best players to have in a rebuild for sure. Jonathan Stewart, Wayne Gallman are also here. I'll probably trade Jonathan Stewart. Eli Manning. So, like, I've never disliked Eli, even though I've been an Eagles fan my entire life. Never really had an issue with Eli. His face scan looks kind of funny. I never really had an issue with him. I feel like a lot of the times, like, the team is playing badly, all the blame goes to Eli. And, in some cases, it is probably his fault, but at least from what I've noticed from him, it's like, he has a horrible offensive line. The past couple of years before he had Odell, really, like, his receivers weren't really holding onto the ball too much. A lot of his interceptions were tipped passes. A lot of them were also his fault, but that's just kind of how it goes. Like, he's a good quarterback. I have no problem with Eli, but I'm definitely going to be trading him since this is a fantasy-style rebuild. If it were realistic, I'd keep him until the end of the season and then probably draft his replacement or draft, like, Nick Bosa or something. I don't know. That'll come eventually whenever I realistically rebuild this team. Wide receiver core is very good. Odell Beckham Jr., a top wide receiver in the league, easily superstar dev, 96 overall. Can't really say, that much about him that hasn't already been said, really. Sterling Shepard is a good slot receiver. Not bad. He's still rather young, too. He's like 23, 24 years old. Quick development, not bad. Corey Coleman was like a first-round draft pick for the Browns a couple of years ago. He's not that bad either, so, I guess I can at least keep him on the team. This offensive line, quite tragic. Nate Solder is getting paid a lot, and he hasn't really been performing up to that pay, that pay stub. I don't know what I was trying to say there, really. He's just not playing too well. Probably get rid of him. Will Hernandez was an excellent pick in the second round, if I recall correctly. 79 overall, quick development. Pretty sure he's having a good year. 95 strength as well. The rest of the offensive line, not special at all. Evan Ingram is a good tight end. And then on the defense, Landon Collins, who I'm pretty sure just got placed on IR like the day I'm recording this, which really sucks. He's a very talented, strong safety. He's like one of my favorite players on this team. Like, I actually really like him, even though I am an Eagles fan. Like, there's a couple players on this team I like. Corners, don't really like any of these guys. Janoris Jenkins isn't bad, but he's getting up there in age, and he's pretty expensive, so I'll definitely trade him. Dalvin Tomlinson is very good. This team actually run a 3-4? I think it does. We got BJ Hill on the right side here. Not a bad rookie, 74 overall. I'll probably keep him to see what he can do. Josh Morrow, 27 years old. Nothing special. Probably get rid of him. I'm not sure if I want to keep this team a 3-4 or not. I don't really like Olivier Vernon as an outside linebacker. He could get the job done, but I kind of like him rushing off the edge. He's 27 and he's expensive. Because I could probably slide BJ Hill inside to be a defensive tackle. That's not a bad option. Lorenzo Carter I think you're just like really athletic. Okay, yeah, 88 speed. You could transition down to defensive end if I really needed you to. 71 block shed, 76 finesse move. Not a bad option. I'm not really sure what to do yet. I'll trade around and then I'll try to decide which defense I want to run. I'm giving up quite a bit in this trade. I mean, the first rounder is definitely the most valuable thing in this trade, but Nate Solder was going to go. I kind of wanted to keep Olivier Vernon for as long as I could because he's 27, like he's not that old yet. He's going to start regressing very soon, but I still wanted to keep him for a season, and then I noticed that his cap hit this year was like 10.7 million, and that's too much for me. I don't think he's worth that, at least in the game. He's very good in real life, but in Madden, his overall is pretty low. Maybe he's not playing well in real life, that's why his overall is low. I don't know. But right now, this trade is going to be Nate Solder, Olivier Vernon, and our first-round draft pick for Laramie Tunsil. Eli Manning, Kareem Martin, and Benny Fowler will get me the first-rounder from the Raiders. It's just way too easy to do this every rebuild. I'm sorry that I keep doing it, but the Bills have really just turned into the Jets for me. I'm giving them Connor Barwin and Jonathan Stewart for their first-round draft pick. I'm sorry I do this all the time, but it's just so easy. And I feel like there aren't many offensive linemen I like to trade for in this game because they don't really develop too well. That's just like a personal gripe I have with simulation. So I'm going after Joel Bitonio again. I'm giving the Browns Alec Ogletree and Russell Shepard to get it done. John Greco, John Jenkins, and Josh Morrow, 3 J's, are headed to the Cardinals for their first rounder. That went through pretty easily. Honestly, I didn't think that was going to happen straight up, but Janoris Jenkins for Xavier Howard. I'm giving the Panthers John Halapio, I'm not sure if that's how it's pronounced, B.W. Webb, and Curtis Riley to get their first round draft pick. Oh yeah, Kareem Hunt's a free agent. I forgot about that. That's funny. I just went to free agency to sign some random other pieces, but kind of forgot about Kareem Hunt. That's interesting. This team is quite atrocious, but I kind of expected it to be because the starting roster was very bad. So like it would have been really difficult to get this team into the playoffs this season, so I kind of went for like a tanky method. I think we traded away our draft pick, which isn't great. I probably shouldn't have done that, maybe. I kind of just got a bit impatient, and I could have traded for another draft pick and then traded that draft pick to get... I think it was for the Laramie Tunsil trade. I'm pretty sure that's who we ended up getting. But it's okay. Honestly, I'm not that upset about it. Laramie Tunsil, though, very good starting left tackle. 86 overall. I didn't think he was playing this well in real life. Maybe he's not, and Madden is just gassing him up a little. I don't know, but 86 overall left tackle. I'll definitely take that. Joel Bitonio is very good as well. I trade for him all the time. Again, I'm sorry. I don't think I traded for him my last rebuild. I try to at least not trade for him every rebuild. You know, I try to have a rebuild in there in between where I don't, but he is way too easy to trade for, and I have no idea why. Will Hernandez slid to right guard. I'm sure he can make that transition just fine in the game. Chad Wheeler starting at right tackle, and then Pulley. Spencer Pulley is starting at center. Obviously, a much better offensive line than what they had, but we still have to fill out the rest for sure. Evan Ingram, still the tight end. I mean, Kyle Lauletta starting at quarterback. He just got in trouble with some cops, didn't he, I think? I don't really know what's up with him, but he'll be starting for this season, I guess. Saquon, of course, is going to be starting. Wide receiver core isn't too different. We just lost Russell Shepard, who was the number 4 wideout in this depth chart, or number 5 wideout in this depth chart, so it's not really that big of a deal that we lost him. The defense is a 69 overall, which is atrocious, so we just pretty much have to draft on this side of the ball in this upcoming draft, like for sure, pretty much exclusively. I'll probably draft some offensive linemen, but for the most part, I need linebackers, I need a safety, I need corners. The defensive line really isn't that bad, though. Dalvin Tomlinson, I'm sure, will develop into a beast. Kerry Wynn, I moved to backup D-tackle, just because why not? Mario Edwards Jr. will be the starting left end. I'm okay with that, and then BJ Hill will be the starting right end. I'm also okay with that. They all fit this scheme. Nice to see. We signed Shea McClellan in free agency. Obviously not a huge acquisition, but still something, I guess. I could move Grant Haley up to free safety, because if you just look at him, he's a 71 overall safety, I think that just said. I might do that. Oh, he's 5'9". I don't think that matters too much, but like I might do. Actually, I'll keep him at corner. What about Sam Beal? What kind of zone do you have? 73 zone. Okay, well, what's this guy? Something Chandler? I don't know who this is. Sean Chandler, rookie out of Temple. You're very slow. I might try to move Sam Beal up to free safety. Or maybe like Tony Lippett or something. Let's see what Sam Beal goes up to. I'll show this really quickly. That's not the right position. I'm moving to right outside linebacker. I don't think it's saved though, so give me like 2 more seconds. He's a 68 overall, up at free safety. He fits this scheme. Might as well keep him. He has quick dev. Like, why not? Horrible tackling. Not too much of a safety, I understand, but not that much of a difference between him and that Chandler dude. But now at least Sam Beal will start. Tony Lippett would probably be a better option. 77 zone coverage. Ooh, that might actually be the move. Hold on. I'm going to move Tony Lippett up to free safety and keep him there. I think it makes more sense that way. Because, I mean, what's his tackling? I actually have no idea. Let's see. 58, a little bit better, I think, than what Sam Beal had. I'll keep Beal at corner. I'm okay with the team. It's really bad. We definitely have to work in the draft. Here's what the special teams looks like. Aldrich Rosas has been a great kicker so far, so I guess that's a, bright spot. On the specialist. So, I want to change my rush right end. Probably. Lorenzo Carter's good at rush left end. Dalvin Tomlinson's good at rush defensive tackle. Sub linebacker goes to Michael Thomas, I guess. I want to change that. Okay, so I will adjust all of this to what I want it to be, and I'll see you at the midseason mark. We have a bye here at week 9. We just lost to the Redskins, but we are 4-4. Okay, a lot better than I thought. We actually lost the opening 2 games as well, and then that one, so I guess we won a lot of games in between. 3 experience points for Saquon Barkley is phenomenal. 1 for a couple other guys. On the defense, 1 for a handful of players. I don't really see more than 1 from anyone in particular. Landon Collins has to come back to the team. So I'll make sure I do all of these re-signings. Let's see who's here, though. Aldrich Rosas, I definitely want. Corey Coleman. How much do you want? I don't know. I'll probably bring him back. He's not terrible. Mario Edwards, I might bring back. I don't really know yet. So let me get, all the re-signings done. I re-signed Landon Collins, Aldrich Rosas, and Mario Edwards Jr. Corey Coleman rejected my offer. I pretty much lowballed him a ton. I did the same thing with Mario Edwards, but he just accepted. So I don't know if I'll go after Curry Coleman. I don't really want to give him all that much money. I think I just called him like Curry Coleman or something. That's his new name, I guess. I don't know. We did not make the playoffs. We actually just got crushed by the Cowboys. 6-10 is the record, so not great. 12-4 for the Cowboys, 10-6 for the Eagles, 8-8 for the Redskins. Let's see who we ended up beating, because I honestly have no idea. Every time I stopped the simulation, we lost the week before. Lost the first 2 games, beat the Texans. They're usually pretty good. Lost to the Saints, won 3 in a row. Lost to the Redskins and the 49ers, beat the Buccaneers. Lost a bunch, beat the Titans, and then lost the last 2. Russell Wilson wins MVP. Normally don't see him winning MVP. That's kind of cool, though. Kyle Lauletta, not a bad season at all. 4,159 yards, 27 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. It's actually a pretty good season. Saquon Barkley was very good. 9 touchdowns, 1,233 yards. Wayne Gallman, 6 touchdowns, not bad. 1,131 yards from Odell. Pretty good season there by Evan Ingram as well, 5 touchdowns. Corey Coleman, 3 touchdowns. Sterling Shepard got 5. Good seasons from all those guys, to be honest. Blocking, how is this? Okay, so Laramie Tunsil played really badly. Not sure what that's all about. 110 tackles from B.J. Goodson leads the team. Grant Haley has 105. Tay Davis has 104. We have 11 tackles for loss for Lorenzo Carter, 11 from B.J. Hill, and 10 from Mario Edwards. It doesn't look like we have many sacks. 5.5 from Dalvin Tomlinson leads the team. Just no pass rush there. Interceptions, 3 from Xavier Howard. He played really well. 2 from B.J. Goodson and Landon Collins. 1 from Lorenzo Carter, Tony Lippett, and Grant Haley. Lorenzo Carter got an interception, even though he was pass rushing. Okay. We have at least 1 blocked kick. That's kind of cool. Any touchdowns, though? No. Any safeties? No. And then at least 1 blocked kick. It's from Tony Lippett. I'll take it. 11th in the NFL in offense. That's actually not all that bad. Defense is probably horrible. 29th. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So MVP, we already saw this, goes to Russell Wilson. 14-2 for the Seahawks. I didn't trade with them. I don't think so, right? So they genuinely just went 14-2. That's pretty cool. NFC Offensive Player of the... Actually, hold on. I wonder if they signed Kareem Hunt. They did sign Kareem Hunt. Okay, that makes a lot of sense why they went 14-2 then. Oh, that's cool. All right. No one else, or no one at all from our team. Wow, the Seahawks would be really good if they could sign him and actually get him to like a full season and everything without, being suspended. But Bobby Wagner wins Defensive Player of the Year. The Seahawks just went off. Jeez. Anybody from the Giants? I don't see anyone. Saquon wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. Kyle Lauletta comes in second, though. Not too bad, to be honest. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Fred Warner. Grant Haley and Tay Davis come in second and third. If Grant Haley could have won that, that would have been awesome. Lorenzo Carter comes in at number 10 there as well. So Saquon should have a ton of experience points. He has 6. I'll take that for sure. 2 from Kyle Lauletta. I'm still looking to draft a quarterback for sure. On the defense then, not too many going around. A couple players have 2. Xavier Howard being one of those. I'm kind of hoping he can develop well. Dalvin Tomlinson has 2. Landon Collins, Mario Edwards. Not too bad. Let's see if anyone from our team made the Pro Bowl. If anyone did, it's probably Saquon. So Saquon did not make it. Kareem Hunt did, though, of the Seahawks now. Kyle Juszczyk in there for the first fullback. Odell made it. That's pretty cool, I guess. Anybody from our offensive line? Joe Bitonio did. He's like one of the best offensive linemen to get in rebuild, so it makes sense. Anyone from our D-line? Damon Harrison, not on our team anymore, but he made it. Fred Warner, the first middle linebacker, that's pretty cool. Nigel Bradham makes it. Jimmy Ward is the first corner. That's pretty interesting. Braden McLeod for safety. Eddie Jackson's up to 191. Totally deserved. He's insanely good. I don't see anyone else from our team. In the first offseason here, we have just over $56 million to spend in free agency, and I'm definitely looking to spend a lot. I want to upgrade this defense a ton if I can. So Tevin Coleman is the top free agent. And the Dolphins are targeting him a ton. All right, Trevor Williams, usually a player I go after. Might do it again. We definitely need some cornerback help. He could help the team out a lot. Could use other positions, but I really don't see anyone else I could go after. Maybe I could go after like Bobby McCain as well. So I think I'm going to go after Trevor Williams. I don't remember if I got him in my last rebuild. I don't think I did. I'm pretty sure I went after him, but he rejected. So let's give him a bigger contract here because I really want him. 110 points. That should be more than enough. And then I might also throw a contract towards like, let's see, who is it? Bobby McCain or Aaron Colvin. Some other corner, I think. I'll probably just send some contracts at some pretty low overall guys. See if I can get a new one. We got Trevor Williams and Zadarius Smith. All right, I didn't give Zadarius Smith too much money. So perfectly okay with bringing him onto the team. Could potentially be our starting right outside linebacker. I don't really know. He's pretty good. He's very good power moves. But pretty low block shed, pretty low finesse move. But he's still a pretty decent, all-around outside linebacker. So I think I might keep him at right out. I'm not entirely sure yet. He was also not that expensive. So if it doesn't pan out, I can always get a different one pretty easily. I have the first overall pick in this draft. And I'm going to be taking a player because I think the Buccaneers would take him if I don't. You can probably already tell who it is. Heath Johnston. 8.4 combine grade is one of the highest I have seen in a very long time. I don't remember the last time I saw someone with this high of a combine grade. Usually, I see like an 8 or like an 8.1, but an 8.4? 4.25 40-yard dash. Insane 3-cone. Insane 20-yard shuttle under 4 seconds. Good bench press reps. His top 3 skills are good. They could be a lot better, but they are good. He's probably going to have a good development trait. Let's go with him. 84 overall, quick development. 97 speed. 97 acceleration. 92 agility. He fits this scheme. This guy is going to be a legend. I really wanted to take Demonte Byrd. I didn't expect the Buccaneers to take him. I thought they'd go like corner or something. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't take him. So I can go with that Will Heron guy. Another corner here I don't really need anymore. But I have some centers who are looking good. Will Heron looks nice. But I think I want one of these offensive linemen way more. So I could go with a center. Or this offensive guard. This left guard. I don't know why I said offensive guard. He looks really nice. But the thing is, like, there's this guard down here. Where is he? In the 4th round who looks like just as good. Honestly. Like, obviously not just as good. But still looks very nice. But this guy still looks unreal. Also went to Penn State. I don't know. This defensive end could be nice. So, like, I'm worried that both of these guys will be gone by pick 9. And I think I need offensive linemen more than I need a defensive end. So I'm going to go with one of these offensive linemen. I think I'm going to go with Sean something. I'm not pronouncing that. Something Czech at the end of that. I have no idea how that's pronounced. I'm going to go with him. I could probably move him to center if I really need to. Let's go with this guy, though. 82 overall. Oh, my God. I could have had, like, 3 players over an 81. Jeez. 90 strength, 84 run, 80 pass, 82 run block power. This draft class is absolutely loaded. If this defensive end is still there, I'll probably go with him. He's not still there. I'll have to make sure I check what he was all about. See, okay, there's 2 quarterbacks here. But I don't really want to select either of them yet. I might as well, right? Because there's really no one else that looks that great. Okay, I mean, there is this safety who has some potential, I think. He has a really good combine, but his overall stats aren't that good. I still might take the risk on him, though. What about Eldon Griffin? He looks okay as well. Honestly, I think Deion Hogan's going to be a bit better. He also fits this scheme. Okay, so his top 3 skills are pretty bad. I think I'm still going to go with him, though. 80 overall with quick. Oh my gosh, this draft class is unbelievable. 87 speed is pretty good. 79 zone, 79 man, 79 tackle. actually a really nice looking safety. I'm glad I selected this guy. Now, hopefully, we'll be selecting a quarterback. I'm sure they're both here. Yeah, quarterbacks don't go for some reason. So it's between Charles Wynn or Lateral Ross. Lateral Ross. I think I'm going to say lateral if I draft this guy for the rest of the time. So let's compare them. Let's see who looks better. So, of course, Ross has the better combine grade. There is this guy, Spencer O'Connell, but I'm not even worried about him. So A- throw power is pretty good. B+ throw accuracy short on Charles Wynn. B+ play action. Whereas Ross is a bit better throwing short, a bit worse with his throw power, and the same play action. I have the 7th pick in the 2nd round, so there's a chance one of them will still be available then. So it doesn't really matter, I think, who I go with right now. So 22 years old or 22 years old. They're like the same exact player. I really don't think there's going to be much different. I'm going to go with Charles Wynn just because he has A- throw power. I feel like there's a bit more upside with that. Let's select him. 78 overall, quick development. Not a bad player at all. 90 throw power. Honestly, was hoping for a bit more, but that's fine. 80 speed is actually really nice. 86 medium accuracy, 87 short accuracy. Okay, so not a bad player. If that other quarterback is available with my 2nd round draft pick, I might actually pick him. The quarterback was selected. Not really the end of the world, though, because I like the guy we got, so I'm good with it. With this pick, though, I think I might select this outside linebacker. Traven Stallworth. Oh, he's really, really, really slow. I don't really want Jimmy Gomez. Like, he looks okay, but I'm going to take this offensive lineman down here for sure with my 3rd round draft pick. Let's see. He's supposed to be a late 4th rounder, so if he goes in the early 3rd, I'll be a bit livid. I could go with this wide receiver because I could use a wide receiver now that we don't have Corey Coleman. I think that'll be the selection. Oh, there's a middle linebacker. There's a late middle linebacker as well. A lot of players here who I could use. Tremaine Johnston. I remember this guy is a very similar name to Tremaine Johnson. I gotta say that much. But he looks okay. Definitely looks okay. It's probably like a 75 overall. I think I might pass on him. I don't need this strong safety. I'm going to go with the wide receiver. I think this is probably the smartest option right now. 74, so not good. That was the first player we really missed on. He's not bad by any means, but he's really nothing special. I might have to trade for a wide receiver, or maybe he will even start. Honestly, he might be good enough too. This pick is for sure going to the offensive lineman, though. I really hope he's still available. He is. There's still that one 1st-round quarterback, some other offensive linemen here, but I definitely want Raymond Droge, I'm guessing is how you'd pronounce that. This guy's going to be phenomenal. 77 overall, normal development, supposed to go in the 1st round, but he's looking nice. He's for sure going to start, and now we have a full offensive line, which is nice. I don't have too many players left on my draft board, but right now I'm definitely going with this middle linebacker. Biggest position of need, out of all of these guys here, I'd say. So Ray Shipp, what are you about, my friend? 72 overall, normal dev. Yeah, that's totally a reach, right? I took him 1 pick before he was supposed to go. For sure a reach. So he's nothing special, but he's pretty balanced, honestly. He's not bad. We have one more player left, and it's Jimmy Ellis. So I might as well select him. What are you all about, friends? 74 overall, normal development, 21 years old. Not a bad cornerback by any means, but for sure outshadowed by the dude we drafted with the 1st overall pick. I meant to just sim to the end because I don't really care about these draft picks anymore. So I'll do that, and then I will, see you with the draft recap. I still can't believe how nice of a draft class this actually ended up being. We drafted 3 players who were at least an 80, then 178, a 77 pretty late, and then the computer drafted us these 3 guys at the bottom. But we had a really good draft. Let's check out the NFL, and the entire NFL, I mean. And I know there was also an 82 overall player we did not select, who I really wanted to select. So let's see. How many players over 80 were there? So, not all that many, honestly. I've seen more, for sure, but there wasn't 84, which is insane. This guy, who I really, really wanted. Quick dev, at least he didn't have, superstar. He looks really nice. I was going to throw him to middle. He probably would have went down to an 80, but he still would have been a very nice acquisition to the team. Left tackle is looking pretty good. Tamani James going to the Jaguars. 95 strength. I don't even think I scouted that guy. Another good-looking corner. Star Dev. Pretty nice looking. He has better coverage stats all around, than our guy, but still definitely glad we drafted the dude we did. Will Heron. Okay, so this is that Heron guy. 80 overall, quick dev. 88 strength is nice. 84 acceleration isn't too bad. The Vikings drafted him. Really? As if they need more defensive ends. Jeez. Alright, well, pretty nice draft. I'm really happy with who we selected, though. I didn't really expect this trade to go through, but Kyle Lauletta and a first-round draft pick will get me Avery Williamson. This team got so much better after the offseason and the draft and everything. It's looking really nice now. The offensive scheme fit isn't too good, but I mean, we still have the scheme fit with Saquon and now Joel Bitonio. Honestly, not too much more, but the spread offense is kind of cheesy. I want to roll with it because Kyle Lauletta put up over 4,000 yards last season. I feel like this rookie can do even better than that. The offensive line, I moved around a lot, actually, so I think this guy didn't change. I'm not going to pronounce his last name. So Sean, I don't think changed. This guy did. Raymond Droege, or Droeg. I'm going to say Droege. I feel like that's how it's pronounced. He moved to center, only went down 1 overall point. I'm not that mad about it. Joe Bitonio moving to left tackle, Laramie Tunsil to right tackle. Tunsil didn't play well at left tackle, so I'm going to give him a shot at right. And then Will Hernandez is starting at right guard. I don't think he changed either. Evan Ingram up to an 85. Wide receiver core, honestly, kind of stayed the same. I mean, the players who were here from last year are just going up in overall, and we did add Fisher, so I guess I got a little bit better then. On the defense, we now have Avery Williamson at middle, Zadarius Smith at right outside linebacker, Trevor Williams, this rookie is starting at cornerback number 1, rookie starting at free safety. Number 2 middle linebacker, there's a rookie. Defensive line didn't change too much. It's really not that amazing other than Dalvin Tomlinson. Unless, Mario Edwards and BJ Hill can go off this year. I don't know. I really hope they can. BJ Hill doesn't fit the scheme anymore. Alright, I guess I didn't get up run stopper. That's my bad. But, the defensive scheme fit is pretty nice. We're going to stick with a 3-4. Maybe if it doesn't work out well, next season we can transition to a 4-3. I'm not sure if we have the personnel for it. We probably do, because we can probably kick BJ Hill inside, move Zadarius Smith and Lorenzo Carter down maybe. I'm not sure how well that would work, to be honest. We'll have to determine, that depending on who's in free agency this year. But I will see you guys at the midseason. We actually won a game the week before I stopped simming. That's the first time that's happened so far. The team is 6-1 right now. Okay, hopefully they can carry that throughout the rest of the season. The Cowboys, though, are 7-0. All right. The Eagles are 4-3, and the Redskins are 4-4. Imagine, the Cowboys went out. I'm not sure if we played them yet, but, imagine they went out and they beat us one more time, assuming that our only loss is to them. And then we go 14-2, they go 16-0, and we don't get a first-round bye. That would just be really funny. But we have 1 experience point, for a couple guys here. Saquon's playing with some confidence. That's what I like to see. On the defense, we have 1 for a few guys. No one with more than 1. Kind of surprised the corner doesn't have more than just, that 1 experience point. Laramie Tunsil has to come back to the team. He's our starting right tackle. Definitely want to make sure that happens. Sterling Shepard, I want back. Xavier Howard, I want back. Riley Dixon, I'll bring back as well. BJ Goodson, I will let go because currently he's not starting. No reason to pay him in simulation, that is. So let's get this all done here. We brought back Laramie Tunsil, Sterling Shepard, and Xavier Howard. I submitted an offer for Riley Dixon, but he did decline it, so I'll try to bring him back next week. There we go. We got Riley Dixon back onto the team. We made the playoffs going 12-4. We did not get a first-round bye, which is kind of surprising. The Vikings went 6-9-1. Really? The Vikings won their division, going 6-9-1. The Cowboys also went 12-4. The Redskins 10-6, and the Eagles 9-7. Jeez, that was a really, really good division. I kind of want to look at the standings really quickly. I want to look at the NFC North to see what the other teams in that division went, because it can't be good. 6-10, 6-10, 5-11. Oh my gosh. That has to be one of the worst records to make the playoffs in the NFL. In NFL history, I'm sure that has to be one of the worst. At least top 5. I don't know what the worst is off the top of my head. But that's pretty crazy. And this probably is one of the best divisions in NFL history, to be honest, record-wise. 1-3 in the preseason. Won the opening 2. Lost to the Lions. Won a whole lot in a row. Lost to the Eagles by 6. That was a really close game. Lost to the Cowboys twice. That sucks that we could not beat them once. The first time we played against the Cowboys, we were 11-2, I think, and they were 9-4. So we could have easily gotten a first-round bye if we could have beaten them once. Our quarterback, though, went absolutely off. 4,430 yards, 41 touchdowns, 10 interceptions as a rookie. Okay, that's unreal. Saquon, extremely good season again. 1,300 yards pretty much with 10 touchdowns. Wayne Gallman has been a good backup so far, 7 touchdowns. Odell, though, 1,219 yards, 9 touchdowns. Evan Ingram gets 11 touchdowns. Sterling Shepard gets 8 with almost 1,000 yards. Really nice seasons from those top 3 guys. Blocking. A bit better since we moved Larry Tunsil to right tackle. He only let up 4 sacks, which is nice. On the defense, 117 tackles from Avery Williamson. Not that many, but still not too bad. 17 tackles for loss for Lorenzo Carter, 15 for BJ Hill, 10 for Avery Williamson, and Zadarius Smith. Sack numbers, 8.5 from Lorenzo Carter is actually very good. 6 from Zadarius Smith isn't bad either. 4 interceptions from Xavier Howard. He's been playing extremely well. 3 from Deion Hogan as a rookie. 3 from Heath Johnston as a rookie. 2 from Ray Shipp as a rookie as well. 1 from Landon Collins, Trevor Williams, and Michael Thomas still on the team. Any defensive touchdowns? No. Any safeties? We have 1 from Dalvin Tomlinson. And then 1 blocked kick from Chris Casher. I have no idea who that is. 6th in the NFL on offense. Kind of surprising that's not higher. This was a really good offensive season, I guess, from everyone. 17th in the NFL on defense. That needs to improve, but still not too bad. Our quarterback came in 4th for MVP. Love to see it. Nobody else from the Giants. Dak Prescott. It was only up to an 83. Pretty interesting. I was going to say that he was up way higher than that, so I kind of said his name sarcastically because I expected him to be like in the 90s by now. NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Todd Gurley. Our guy comes in 4th, though. Saquon comes in 9th. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Demario Davis. Avery Williamson comes in 4th. He was a good acquisition to go after. Fred Warner's playing really well, up to an 88. Offensive Rookie of the Year, of course, goes to our quarterback. Javonte Lewis, 83 overall. I'm not sure what position that is. We also have LaBrice Fisher, the wide receiver we drafted. Nobody else from our team. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Harmon Rice wins that. Then we have 3 guys from our team here. And then Jimmy Ellis comes in at number 10. I almost traded Jimmy Ellis, but I decided not to. Let's check out the experience points, though. Hopefully our quarterback has a ton. He has 5. I will definitely take that. Any development upgrades? He has star dev now. Perfect. Not that many from really anyone else on the offense. What about the defense? We have 3 from Lorenzo Carter, 5 from this rookie, 3 from this rookie. Only 1 from Shipp. A bit disappointing, but that's fine. I'll take it for sure. The team is an 85 overall, 93 overall offense, which is really nice to see, and an 83 overall defense. Not as good, obviously, but still upgraded a lot from when the team started. So, let's check out the overall difference between us and the Vikings. They have to be a pretty low overall if they went 6-9-1. They're an 84, we are an 85. I smacked my tray. I think I've done that like 3 times this video. I really need to stop. But let's advance the week, and hopefully the rookie quarterback can take us into the promised land here. And we won. We have to take on the Rams. We only won by 1 point, though. That was a loud car that drove by. Sorry, I can't really do much about that, though. The Rams are an 88. We are an 85. We should lose this game, but, you know, who knows. Let me spend coach experience first, since I have enough to get some upgrades. Also, some players have some upgrades. I don't think I'm going to worry about that for this game. But let's go with the defensive line boost. Why not? And then let's advance through this game here. See if we make it to the NFC Conference Championship. We did not. We lost 34-21. Wasn't that close of a game, but I'll show you guys the stats for that one, at least a little bit. At least the offensive stats, I guess. So the playoff schedule here. What was that? The divisional round. So 34-21. We ended up losing. It's not that big of a deal, though. We had more offensive yards than they did. They only had 299. Their defense probably played really well. Well, Jared Goff didn't really have to do all that much in the yardage department because he had 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. I mean, with under 200 yards, that's a good game. Our quarterback played pretty well. Todd Gurley was really good. Saquon was all right. Evan Ingram had a good game. Gerald Everett, 2 touchdowns. Sterling Shepard, Cooper Kupp. LaBrice Fisher had a touchdown. So did Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley played really well in that game. Let's quickly run through the Pro Bowl roster. I feel like our quarterback could totally be in it. And he is going to be in it. He's the second player there. Nice. Saquon's not in it, though. What about wide receivers? Christian Kirk makes it. That's nice. Odell makes it at number 6, though. Evan Ingram is the second, or wide receiver number 6 is what I meant. Evan Ingram is the second tight end. But our offensive lineman, we have that rookie, Sean something. I still have no idea how to pronounce that. Larry Tunsil makes it to the Pro Bowl at right tackle. That's nice to see. Vic Beasley makes it. That's pretty cool. Anybody from our offensive line? I don't see anyone. Lorenzo Carter makes it. That's nice. Hopefully he can keep going up. He has star development now. I'm not sure if he had that before. I'm sure he probably started with quick, but still. Demario Davis was Defensive Player of the Year, and he's the second right outside linebacker. All right. Our free safety made it as the first free safety. That's pretty cool. Landon Collins didn't make it. Aldrick Rosas did, though, and no one else from our team. I have more money to spend in this offseason than last year, $71.14 million. Could totally go for like a middle linebacker or something. Yannick Ngakoue is like almost always here. I'm really surprised that Miles Jack isn't here. Could still use a middle linebacker. I think I might go after Yannick Ngakoue and throw him to outside linebacker because I'm sure he'd still be over a 90. And he's pretty fast, right? 82 speed. If Olivia Vernon's listed as an outside linebacker, Yannick Ngakoue can for sure get it done out there. I'm going to pay him a ton. We have a lot of money. Let me keep giving him points, though, to make sure I get him. I don't want to lose him to the Bills there. I could potentially switch to a 4-3, you know, with him playing defensive end, of course, but I don't think I'm going to. Honestly, he could play really well in a 3-4 just because it's Madden. In real life, he wouldn't do that well in a 3-4 because he's pretty small to be a 3-4 defensive end. You know, Michael Brockers actually kind of completely overlooked him. I want him as well. But, like, I feel like in Madden, it really doesn't matter what size the player is or, like, what schemes they actually fit. If a good player is playing, like, if over a 90 overall player is playing in any position, like, they're always going to do well regardless of the scheme. I think once I had, like, Myles Garrett in a 3-4 and he put up, like, almost 20 sacks. So, you know, it doesn't really matter too much, like, what the actual scheme is. But I'm going to go after those top two guys and then maybe look for a middle linebacker. Could potentially draft one, but yeah, I don't really like anyone here, to be honest. I think I might look to draft one if I can. Because, like, I mean, Shaq Thompson's not a middle linebacker. Like, he wouldn't switch over very well. Sean Lee could. Christian Kirksey could potentially. I might go after Christian Kirksey just because he doesn't look like terribly expensive, and this is just in case I can't get anyone drafted. I'm going to leave him with 95 points. Let's see if he comes over for that. We got Michael Brockers and Christian Kirksey and Yannick Ngakoue. All right, well, the defense looking a lot better. Well, that makes our defensive ends look unreal, but those are going to switch. I still think I want BJ Hill starting because he's still very good. You know, why not? I guess he's not very good. He's only a 77, but he's still good. He hasn't done anything bad. Yannick Ngakoue will probably slide to where Zadarius Smith is, maybe? Because I like how Lorenzo Carter played last year, and then I could potentially trade Zadarius Smith if I need to. If I can't draft the middle, I could definitely trade Zadarius Smith to get one. I'm trading up to the 4th overall pick, giving the Bills Zadarius Smith, my 2nd and my 4th round draft picks. There's a pretty decent looking middle linebacker in this class, so might as well try to select him. Let's go to pick number 4. Hopefully he's still there. Clinton Thornton, pretty decent looking corner. I didn't really look through this class that much. Honestly, I let the computer scout everyone. Decent looking quarterback there. Grayson Fior. Not bad. Good looking wide receiver. Pretty slow, but, you know, really tall, 6'4". Not terrible. Good looking free safety. There's a good looking corner up there. I think that was the one who just got selected. But anyway, let's go with this middle linebacker. He got selected. He's supposed to go in the mid first. It's so frustrating. So, alright, let's go with, I don't know. I don't know who to go with then. Is there any good defensive end? Could potentially start over BJ Hill. I don't see anyone. Defensive tackle? Jimmy Woodward. Okay, he's really strong. I'm going to go with him. 81 overall, quick dev. Okay. So, I kind of want this guy starting at D-tackle. How big are you? 300 pounds exactly. I could shift Dalvin Tomlinson outside. That might be the look. I feel like Dalvin Tomlinson's a bit faster than that guy. Could be wrong, though. I'm just going to go with this, like, random strong safety. He looks like he can be at least an okay overall. 74 overall. Not too bad looking. I only actually took 2 players in this draft, and, you know, it was the first 2 guys there. And the team drafted me 366 overall players. Let's check out what that middle linebacker was. Or who that middle linebacker was. I'm not sure what his name is. It was Jawan Stover. Okay, there he is. 77 overall. Quick dev. Honestly, like, he's good, but not amazing. Not as good as I thought he was going to be. Who's the top player in the class, though? It is Howard Harris, Clinton Thornton, Jimmy Woodward, and Cody Welsh. Are all 81 overall. So we got one of them. This guy was picked at the 29th pick. Okay. He's a really good offensive tackle. Wow. I don't know why I said offensive tackle. I said offensive guard earlier. Alright, well anyway, that was a pretty decent looking clash. Just really quickly here, I'm giving the Lions Christian Kirksey for Gerard Davis, or Jared Davis. I've always said Gerard. I don't know. But Kirksey's like a 75 overall middle linebacker, so I just got a slight upgrade. But pretty much, the team is done. I don't think I'm going to do anything different. It's an 89 overall, 93 on the offensive side, 91 on the defensive side. This team has progressed pretty well since the first season. We also drafted extremely well, that first season. Got a really good quarterback, got some good offensive linemen, got a pretty good number 3 wide receiver. He really hasn't been bad. And then on the defense, an insanely good cornerback, a good free safety. This past year, we got a really good defensive tackle. This has been pretty nice rebuild so far. Hopefully the last season can go well. Michael Brockers is now on the team, starting at left end. Dalvin Tomlinson moved over to right end. Yannick Ngakoue, right outside linebacker. Fits the scheme up there. he's looking nice. Like, he's a really good 3-4 pass rushing outside linebacker. 96 finesse moves. Really bad block shed, actually. Pretty interesting on that one. Hopefully that can get upgraded throughout the season. But now we have Gerard Davis playing middle linebacker number 2. The team is looking really good. I definitely think we can make it back to the playoffs again. Let me make sure the specialist is okay. So Yannick Ngakoue, rush left end. Lorenzo Carter, rush right end. Rush defensive tackles, Michael Brockers. I'll make sure that whoever we just traded for, Gerard Davis, is the second sub linebacker. Make sure slot wide receiver is all good then. And then we can, sim to the end of the year, or to the midseason mark. I'll probably try to resign some people first. We are 5-2 at the midseason mark, looking pretty good, but we did just lose to the Redskins. We are on top of the division, though. 4-3 for the Cowboys and the Redskins, and then 4-4 for the Eagles. So a pretty close division all the way around. 1 experience point for a couple guys there on the offense. Defensively, we have 2 from the free safety, 1 from a bunch of other players, who I can see. I'll bring back all the players at once, so Avery Williamson starts off the list. Who else is here, though? Evan Ingram, Gerard Davis, Dalvin Tomlinson, Wayne Gallman. I'll probably bring back all those guys. I was able to re-sign, all those guys I mentioned earlier, so I will see you at the end of the season. We missed out on the playoffs. We went 8-7-1. Man, the Redskins 12-4, the Cowboys were 10-6. Are you serious? We were 6-2 at the midseason. How did that even happen? 1-3 in the preseason. Won the opening 5 games, lost 3 in a row, won 3 more, lost 3, tied, and then lost. So we essentially lost out with a tie in there. Well, that really sucks. I'll go 1 more season, but I'm not going to really pay too much attention to the draft. I will sign some free agents, though, if there's anyone there at once. But our quarterback, another fantastic season. 4,200 yards, 33 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Saquon, his best season yet. 1,339 yards, 10 touchdowns, averaging over 5 yards a carry. Odell over 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. Sterling Shepard, 14 touchdowns and nearly 1,000 yards. Evan Ingram nearing it on 900 yards. So the offense was very good. Sack numbers, not that great, but still not terrible. 110 tackles from Avery Williamson, 104 from Gerard Davis. 15 tackles for loss for Dalvin Tomlinson. 13 from Yannick Ngakoue, 11 from Jimmy Woodward. 10 from Michael Brockers. Sacks, we have 8 from Lorenzo Carter. That's a good season. Interceptions, 3 from Avery Williamson, Xavier Howard, and Heath Johnston. 2 from Deion Hogan, 1 from Gerard Davis, and Savando Carr. Any defensive touchdowns? No. Any safeties? 1 from Michael Brockers, and then we have 1 blocked kick from Landon Collins. That's a huge disappointment, though, that we did not make the playoffs. So let me check out the awards, though. 7th on offense, and I realized I didn't check this out either. 25th on defense. Man, our offense couldn't carry us this season. Matt Ryan wins MVP. Nobody from the Giants. Kind of surprised our quarterback didn't make it. NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Alex Smith. Okay. Our guy's in there at number 6, though. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Reuben Foster. Avery Williamson makes it at number 5. Offensive Rookie of the Year. My fault. Deron Durr. I have no idea who that is. He makes it at number 10. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Jimmy Woodward and Savando Carr make it. Alright, so not a great season. I really thought the team was going to do better since we were 6-2 at the mid-season. Not many experience points. I spent them at week 15, if anyone's wondering. We got 3 from the offensive linemen, though. On the defense, not many, again, because like I mentioned, I did spend them. So the team is really good. It's a 90 overall, but not good enough to make it into the playoffs, I guess. Let's do a quick rundown of the Pro Bowl, though. The Super Bowl is between the Steelers and the Rams. Our quarterback did not make it. Saquon did, though. That's pretty cool. Better wide receiver. Sterling Shepard's in there. Odell is not. Our tight end is not. Our offensive lineman makes it again, though. Our, left guard? Yeah. Larry Tunsil makes it our right tackle somehow. Did Joel Bitonio make it at left? No, he didn't. Cameron Jordan, Keem Hicks are in there. Tack McKinley's up to a 97. Alright, I don't see anyone else from our team right off the bat. Roquan Smith, 95. Quentin Dunbar. Xavier Howard makes it. That's pretty cool. Our safeties aren't in it at all, and then I don't think anyone from special teams is in it. Corey Coleman makes it as the punt returner for some team. I have no idea where he is now. We have just under $30 million to spend here in this free agency class. Who's available? Christian McCaffrey's probably at the top. Yes, he is. Phillip Lindsay. Oh my! Look at these running backs. Like, they're all so good. Justin Houston, I could go after, but I really like what Lorenzo Carter's been doing. Damon Harrison could come back to the Giants. I'm good with our defensive tackle, though. Don't need a strong safety. Don't really need Trent Williams. Like, don't need a... I mean, I could go after Jason Kelsey. I'm going to do that, actually. Our center hasn't been playing badly, but might as well sign someone, I guess. He's also a scheme fit, so Jason Kelsey's a pretty good center. Kevin King is a good cornerback, but we don't need corners. Don't need defensive ends. I think this team is, like, perfectly fine, so let's see if we got, you know, Jason Kelsey. We got Jason Kelsey, so I'm pretty okay with that. The offense is up to a 97. Now he also fits the scheme, which is really nice. I'm just going to sim directly through the draft, and I'll see you at the start of next season. Here is a look at the draft recap for anyone who's curious. I didn't actually select anyone, so Aaron, is that actually Aaron? Aaron Pema, star development. Okay, not terrible. Not a very good first-round draft pick, but some pretty decent-looking guys in the middle. Decent quarterback, I guess. All right, I'll show you the entire NFL really fast. And then we will be simming, because I'm not going to make any trades or anything. I'm perfectly fine with the team. It should make the playoffs. But Harris Wiener. What a name. What a player. 81 was superstar. Really, really nice stats. He's pretty fast, too. That guy deserves like a career mode for that name. Ace Harewood, Logan Glanton, Leonard Chavis, or Chavot. I don't know. Decent looking draft here. But I'm pretty much just going to continue talking right through. I'll advance the week, and I'll go over the team. I'm not going to make any trades, not going to really make any changes. I will upgrade the team, though, because there are some players who have experience points. I really like this team. Honestly, this team should be able to make it into the playoffs. I've made it into the playoffs with far worse teams. His offense is really nice. The defense is worse, but still not that bad. Michael Brockers regressed quite a bit. He's an 84, but he's definitely still good enough to keep playing here for one last season. So the team is really no different. I like how it looks. We just have Jason Kelsey. Pretty sure he's like the newest starter. I'll upgrade everybody, and I'll see you at the end of the year, or hopefully we make the playoffs. If not, then it's been a really strange rebuild. We made it into the playoffs for this last season, going 11-5. The Cowboys are 8-7-1, the Eagles 8-8, and the Redskins 4-12. I definitely thought the team could have done this last year, but it's all good. 2-2 in the preseason. Beat the Chargers to open the season. Lost to the Cowboys. Won 5 in a row after that. Lost 3. Beat the Bucks and the Eagles. Lost to the Redskins and won the last 3. Did we beat the Cowboys this year? Yeah, we did. All right, at least we beat them. So, check out stats. Todd Gurley wins MVP. Pretty much expected at some point in a rebuild. Over 4,000 yards once again from the quarterback. 27 touchdowns, 11 picks. Probably his worst season, but still not a bad one. Saquon was great once again. 1,277 yards, 11 touchdowns, averaging 5 yards a carry. Sterling Shepard led the team in catches with 87. Odell gets over 1,000 yards again, though. Sterling Shepard has 8 touchdowns. Leads the team. Blocking, that was this. Really good, actually. The offensive line played really, really well. 107 tackles from Gerard Davis, 106 from Avery Williamson. We have 15 tackles for loss for Lorenzo Carter. That's really nice. 15 from Dalvin Tomlinson, 14 from Gerard Davis, and then Xavier Howard, Michael Brockers, and Jimmy Woodward have 10. Xavier Howard had 10 tackles for loss? Okay. Sack numbers. 10 from Yannick Ngakoue. There's a good season. 7 from Lorenzo Carter. Interceptions, we have 2 from Avery Williamson and Xavier Howard, 1 from Lorenzo Carter, Heath Johnston, Trevor Williams, and Svando Carr. Any defensive touchdowns? No, we have 2 safeties, though, from 1 player. Lorenzo Carter got 2 safeties. Landon Collins got 1. Blocked kicks, 3. Yannick Ngakoue, Jimmy Woodward, and Ray Shipp all got 1. So we were 14th in the NFL on offense. What about defense? I feel like it had to have been top 10. It was 8th. Okay, if the offense could have been playing like they had been, could have had like a really good season. That's still not a bad season by any means, but could have been a lot better for sure. Nobody from our team. Hey, there's Lateral Ross. He's an 85 overall. I'm not sure if we made the correct decision, to be honest. What's our guy? Is he going to be in this list? Saquon is. He's a 96 overall now. He's looking insane. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Quan Alexander. We have Avery Williamson in there at number 8, though. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Griffin Harris comes in 8th. I'm not sure who that is. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Nobody from our team. Best quarterback goes to Jared Goff. Our guy makes it at number 9, so I'm pretty sure that Harris guy, is he on this list? There he is. That's not him. Wait, wasn't Lateral Harris? Hold on. Lateral Ross. Oh, he's on the Patriots. Thought it said Bears for a second. What was his overall? I could have just checked there, but I just completely blanked on what it was. Where is he? Patriots. 85, so I guess he's a little bit better than our guy. I don't know. I'm fine with the dude we drafted, though. Todd Gurley wins best running back. That makes sense. Saquon comes in 4th, though. Best wide receiver goes to Jamison Crowder. Really? Nobody from the Giants? Kind of surprising in that one. Best offensive lineman goes to Travis Frederick, but we have Laramie Tunsil, Joel Bitonio, Jason Kelsey, and Sean all in there. Best defensive lineman, DeForest Buckner. Defensive tackle wins that. That's cool. I feel like that's not too common in rebuilds. It's usually some kind of dude on the outside. Nigel Bradham wins best linebacker. Nobody from our... Actually, Yannick Ngakoue makes it. Leighton Vander Esch is up to a 97. Wow. Best defensive back goes to Kenny Moore. Anybody from the Giants? And let's see anyone. Best kicker, Brandon McManus on the Falcons now. Aldrick Rosas makes it number 5. Or Aldrick, I don't know. Good kicker, but I'm not sure how his first name is actually pronounced. Experience points, I didn't spend them at the midseason mark here this time, so this is what it would look like at the end of the season. 3 from the quarterback, gonna go up to an 87. Pretty nice. On the defense, 3 from the strong safety, 2 for a couple other guys as well. The team is now a 92 overall with a 97 offense, 93 on the defensive side. Here's a quick look if you want to look at anyone in particular. The team's looking really good. The safety developed well. This quarterback, or not quarterback, the corner developed well. This quarterback did develop well, but that's not who I was talking about just a minute ago. Who's this guy? When did we draft him? Mitchell Bienbin? Okay, he's a rookie. Scrambler, how fast are you? 86 speed. All right, looking really good. But the Cardinals are in the playoffs. Kind of surprising. They usually start off with like one of the worst records, and then I guess they kind of made it into the playoffs, even though they're an 81 overall. But these are for sure the games we lose in rebuilds. I have like no doubt in my mind that we're going to lose this one. Let's see if I'm right, though. Yeah, we won. We have to take on the Rams, who we lost to in the second season in the playoffs at this exact spot, actually. The same overall, so they have a very good team. It's expected. Jared Goff is up there in overall. Todd Gurley's a 99. Already won the MVP. Let's see if we can beat them, though. We did not. We lost to them once again, 40-24. That was not really close at all. But still, I would consider this rebuild a success, even though last year really wasn't because we didn't make the playoffs, but I definitely think we should have. Check out the stats really quickly, though. Jared Goff, not passing for many yards again, but did have 2 touchdowns. Our guy did as well. Todd Gurley probably went off. He nearly had 200 yards, nearly had 10 yards a carry. Saquon had a good game, but got completely overshadowed, I guess outshadowed could work too, by Todd Gurley. Odell over 100 yards. Anyone else? I don't think so. Sterling Shepard was next closest. Cooper Kupp had a touchdown. Robert Woods only had 1 catch, but it was a touchdown. So that is going to conclude this rebuild. I thought, this one went pretty well. The team is pretty bad. Like, the Giants roster in this game is pretty terrible. Honestly, like, the best players on the team, at least on the defense, this is true. Like, they're pretty old, so you kind of have to replace them soon or trade them in the first season or something. They do have a bunch of really nice players to build around, though, like Saquon. Odell, of course, is already a stud. Evan Ingram, Dalvin Tomlinson. They have some good players to build around for sure, but still not one of the easier rebuilds. Actually, I probably would say it's an easier rebuild because having a 99 overall running back pretty much in a couple seasons is huge, and having a 99 overall wide receiver is huge as well. But anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully I did not upset you Giants fans too badly. I probably did. You guys probably left the video when I made a couple trades in the beginning, but I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.